Hi there. Welcome back to another Delcox Cards video. I'm gonna do something a little different tonight. I got my nerd book here. I already kind of had it open. There's an old picture of me from my old house back as a kid, and what a perfect representation, right, of this channel. We got the sports, we've got the nerd aspect, um, yeah, I guess this is a book that I really enjoy, that I've been filling out a little bit more as of late. But this is my nerd cards book. That's just what I wrote on there, fitting with the nerd lair. So this has been me my entire life. I don't know which personality I'm going to be. Am I the sports guy? Am I the nerd guy? But I am both, and I do enjoy that. And this book is a kind of a different pace. This cool little picture I took, must have taken it as a kid, of all my Lord of the Rings figures on the floor. I might do a video of that, maybe even tonight I'm trying to think of a figure video to do, and I might just go through my Lord of the Rings figures from when I was a kid. And then this back here, this is some uncut Spider-Man cards from back in the day, so those are kind of cool. But yeah, interesting picture there. I kind of forgot it was in the front. So these are my nerd cards. In the start here, we have my McFarlane cards, and these aren't, at least I don't think, worth anything, but I just think they're cool. And not all of them are in here, some I got to put in, but here are some of them. So we got Martian Manhunter, Green Arrow, Flash, and then there's just a slew of Batman here. I got a lot of Batman figures. He's one of my favorite heroes. Yeah, I'm basic, but Reverse Flash here. Shazam. We got the Arkham. This is one of my favorite figures I own. A Red Robin. This one came with some cool wings. Hush. If you've never read the Hush series, that is a really interesting, and I watched the movie too this summer, but I did both. And what an interesting Batman story, and Hush and that whole story. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. We've got the Infinite Frontier Robin. This one's a really neat figure too. John Stewart, I think that's my favorite Green Lantern. Ghostmaker, and I don't know as much about this character. I really liked the figure. Plan on learning more about that character, but I don't know a whole lot yet. Wonder Woman, this would be the Todd McFarlane design of it, so not specifically from anything. We got the Duke Thomas Batman, Batman Armor Azrael, the Joker from The Dark Knight Returns. The Dark Knight Returns is one of my all-time favorite comics. Some people don't love the art style in that one, whereas I love the art style in The Dark Knight Returns. Here we have some more Batman and the Robin from Dark Knight Returns, the Superman from Dark Knight Returns, the Batman in Armor from Dark Knight Returns. You could tell I really like it. I'll get off the soapbox, but I do. These two Batman are really neat, just something different, armored, and then Gladiator Batman, Black Lightning, little Captain Cold. So I like the McFarlane ones. These next cards, these are some kind of collectible playing cards I got at a flea market in St. Germain, Wisconsin. So we've got a Boba Fett, we've got Grievous, we've got Mace Windu, Anakin, Maul, and a Jango Fett. So I really like those cards for being playing cards, but they just are really cool collectible cards. Here I have some Batman and X-Men cards I got at a shop in Minnesota. So some Batman and the Beast, Altered Beast, really cool. The Gambit, Colossus, and then I love this Elvis Cyclops. I love that card. These cards, these are kind of neat. I don't know if you can see them very, maybe a little bit there, but these are from the movie, and at one point were pretty valuable. I don't know if anyone cares about them anymore or what. I'd have to look them up. It's been years, but those are fun. Here's another one of those. There. So now we get into Lord of the Rings. This one in the middle is one of my all-time favorite cards. That is actually signed by Billy Boyd, who played Pippin in Lord of the Rings. So I got this actually for free from a friend because he had won it somewhere in college and said, "You're a huge Lord of the Rings fan. You take it." And I've always loved that card. It is so cool to look at that he signed it. I don't even know what it goes for, but really, really neat nonetheless. These all come from a trading card game, and I just like them. I remember this game when I was a kid, and so I like the cards. I got a lot of Hobbits here, a little Gimli, Aragorn, my wife's least favorite there in Gollum. And then some more characters like Merry, Faramir, the Uruk-hai Berserker, another Gollum. Yeah, a little alerts action. These are some places. I'm not going to dive too deep into these. These get a little bit more boring. I just like the cards here. Some goblins and some of the lesser known characters, but I like the artwork on these. You shall not. You know the line. Some other movie moments here. Little Elrond. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, let me know. Not a whole lot of people comment outside my dad, but let me know. I love Lord of the Rings. There's some more of them. I don't know how much you can see, but these are pretty fire. So, to me, I remember, and I like the backs of these. They're just such a cool artwork. These were pretty cheap for me. I went, Gnome Games in Green Bay had these, and they were like, and I'm sure these are worth almost nothing, but they had them for like $1 for like these bunch of packs of these, and I bought up a ton and just had fun opening them up and seeing what moments came with them. One of my all-time favorite series in general, Lord of the Rings. So just a few more. I'll get out of this, my shadow out of the way. And some of these are all duplicates, but I kept any of the ones I kind of liked. Here's some of the pack arts from that. Some of the books. And then I actually got into, I bought like 2 packs of the Magic Lord of the Rings. And so some really cool moments here. I mean, this is Aragorn and Arwen wed. That one's cool. Gandalf, White Rider. I mean, what a cool card that is. Frodo, Determined Hero. The Fires of Mount Doom. Balrog, Flame of, I can't read the rest of it there. Witch King, the Bringer of Ruin. Magic went all out for this. Galadriel. So these are some really cool Magic cards here. Just a big fan in general. Isildur's Fateful Strike. Isildur. There's the, why don't they just ride the birds? You cannot pass. Yeah, that's a different interpretation of the book. So I've read the books. I've watched the movies. Little Lembas spread. I watched the movies, I don't even know how many times. We only had like 4 DVDs, and one of them was Return of the King, the extended. I probably burned a hole in that thing watching it and all its special features. So Lord of the Rings means a lot to me. I just showed a clip to my class, and one of the kids said, I'm never watching that. And I said, I'm sorry for you, because they're amazing. The next thing here is go back in my channel. I encourage you to do so anyways, because it's just hilarious to see our reaction to not what is now high-priced cards. But in one of the openings, I end up opening this pack of Space Jam cards. And these are those right here. Got some Space Jam cards. Another movie I remember watching as a kid at my babysitter's, and I loved that movie. These are the McDonald's cards we got with some toys for our kids, but I just thought they were kind of funky and cool, so I kept them. These are some Marvel cards. These I got for like 50 cents a piece at a card show right here where I live in Clintonville, Wisconsin. And I think they're just comic book chunks, most of them. And I just love the comics, so I kept a bunch in the book just to look at. And I'm glad I did, because they are really fun to look at. Just a lot going on. These are, I showed off some Funkos, and I bought that one Archangel that's broken. This guy felt bad and just threw some of these really cool cards. And it's like the Star Jammers, and I have a Corsair figure sitting over there, and Cable and Colossus. So really, really cool thing there. Hellfire Club. These are some vintage X-Men cards. I really like them. These are a set of Spider-Man Uno cards that I had laying around, and I threw most of them away because I didn't have the whole set, but I'm like, I'll keep one of every character, and just to look at the characters, they're cool. And I got some more over here. Gonna slide the binder over, but yeah, just kind of a neat little deal there. These are some Pogs, Star Wars Pogs. Those are kind of fun. If you remember that game, you're the realist. This is a game, I bought this set from Ollie's in Indiana. And This is just like a game. I just kept the highlights. Again, it's not a game I'm gonna play, but like Venom, and that's a cool card. Just cool to look at the superheroes. Maybe someday my son will like going through these and going, "Hey, Dad, who's War Machine? Who's Vision?" Well, let's watch the movies there, kid. So I kind of speed through these. If you see any hero that you love, shout it out. But these get into like the more, you know, your Black Cats, your Phoenixes. These aren't like the mainstream. They're closer to mainstream, but they're not like Medusa. So kind of fun. Some fun ones there. MODOK. Kept a lot of them just because I kept a lot of duplicates in case my kid wants them. These are some of the places, or some other, I don't know if they're places, but other Place of Carnage. Other types of cards here. Oh yeah, these are the places. The Sanctum and Madripoor. So those are kind of fun. There. And that's kind of the end of that. And got this little like fishing, I don't know. Someone signed it, my dad gave it to me. It sits in here. It's nice. The guy signed it when I was a baby. Here's one of those pack arts and another pack art. Oop, just rammed into this. So yeah, that would be the nerd book in its entirety. Just you know, nothing crazy in there. Just a lot of fun stuff. The one crazy thing would be that signed. The Axe is making his appearance. Is that signed Billy Boyd? But yeah, let me know your favorite franchise. I kind of have my main ones in here: Star Wars, Marvel, Lord of the Rings. But let me know your favorite franchise. Is it anime? Is it? Are you not a franchise person at all? Do you just like sports? That's okay too. So comment down below. I love the comments. Hit them up. All right, as always, God bless and have a good one.